ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. Today is it's an interesting day with Unreal Engine 5.4 released. It's time to finally dive into it and see if we can figure out this probably overly complex thing called PCG Biomes. With no documentation whatsoever, because of course not. Okay, guys, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hello, Mr. Pesgetti. welcome. So, yeah, today's plans are to see if we can figure out how this works. Just good luck. Here it is. So yeah, that's no documentation needed. I mean, we did the mini map with no documentation, so maybe we can figure out this as well. So it's not completely impossible, but yeah. So we're in 5.4. I just loaded this up. I haven't done anything. I haven't looked at anything. So we'll be testing this all new. Or at least I'll be. Why are you anxious for a Genshin update? Out of everything that you could be anxious for, that's not one of them. So what do we have here? We have Biome core runtime. If I clear... Probably shouldn't have cleared. Yeah, because now I have individual proxy levels. Is that how it is normally, though? Yes, that is. Okay. Refreshing this does nothing. Okay. PCG World Actor. Well, that's nothing. Okay, so this is PCG Biome Core. Okay, if I clean this up. Okay, so that takes care of all of the stuff on it. Is that normally the slow res? Generate? Oh, this takes a while. Oh, I guess it is. It's just a low res. It's all low res, so I guess it makes sense. New characters, new area, new main story. Yeah, Yeah, but that doesn't mean what was there to be anxious? Cool, it comes out, you play it, and you have fun. That's that. It's not like if you come out, there's a failure. There's no failure state. There's no way for you to mess up. The game comes out, and you play it, and you have fun. But I don't know. Maybe just me. Okay, so this is the this is what controls all this. But from my understanding, the landscape is also controlled by PCG. So what else do we have? Okay, so all of this is connected to that graph. You're a natural anxious person, okay? Fair enough. What a PCG is just a PCG manager of sorts? Be very welcome to either way. Yeah, I'm not sure because from my understanding, it can creates the mountains. At least that's how I understood it. Or it's based off of the painted areas. That's what I'm trying to figure out what exactly it does. Biome setups. Okay, so here's the setup. Biome definition. Biome color. Okay, well let's take a look at these. Okay, so we have broadleaf forest. We have this forest. We have the desert. So we have red, green, blue. We have landslide, which is yellow, so it's not just red, green, blue. And we have a different shade of yellow. How is this then used? Because it's not here. This is not the colors, or is it? Are these the colors? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, or that's what we're trying to figure out. That'd be something like I pay an area and the PCG populates based on the color or something. Yeah, so that's what we're trying to figure out. Or at least I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. Because maybe that is what it is, and which is fine. But we had that kind of functionality already by sampling the layer information of a landscape. So land, mountain, shore. So, okay, if I was to turn on this and I was to paint shore. Let's turn it back. Okay, so let's just paint shore here. Okay, I painted shore. I go here. Clean up, generate. Okay, so it is not based off of the landscape painting layers. Okay, so that's now a thing. What did I say about in the demo about PCG Biomes? I have no. You know what? Actually, oh yeah, I have this pulled up. Actually, I meant to look at this at the beginning. So this is their like update notes on PCG. So we have named reroutes now, which is I guess nice. Well, not I guess nice. That is really nice. Let me rephrase that. Let me just. Can I open up one of the PCG graphs? I just want to check that name reroutes. Biome core. Oh, let me just open this graph. So Biome core is its own thing. Yeah, add name declaration. Okay. So we'll need to figure out this thing. Okay, great. This is not going to be complicated at all. Jesus Christ. Its basis of the painting layers is just not set up. Its basis on the painting layers is just not set up. It just made the system. Well, first of all, hello, Flockers. What do you mean you just made the system and it's based on the painting layers? Because it's not based on landscape painting layers. We just confirmed that. Like, it's not based off of these painting layers. Otherwise, when I painted the shoreline, this foliage should have changed. The Pain Mountain here. This is all mountain now. And if I go to the here, clean up generate, it doesn't change. It's not based on those, or at least it's ignoring it. So, but yeah, we'll get to figuring out how the hell this thing works. Smarter graph refresh to increase iteration speed. Okay. The graph will not refresh as its compiled output is identical. That right there is amazing for real-time stuff. That is amazing for real-time stuff. Potentially. Multi-data empty edge display. Edges flowing from node to node in PC Graph can hold multiple data or be empty. Multi-attribute list. Detail view. I wish there was like a I can't. I'm so bad at reading documentation. Like, I need a picture. I'm a visual person. Just show me the node, or show me like where that button is, or whatever. It's just give me something. This isn't like, yeah, I read it. Like, cool. Now what? Landscapes edit callbacks trigger PCG updates of graphs and get landscape data, and can lead to workflow issues within the project settings. I can now landscape. No idea. Required pins indicator. Pins now have a required indicator tied to the execution culling. Sure. So most of this is gibberish to me. I'll be honest, just straight up, because I'm so bad with documentation without visuals. Like, this is good for me. Like, this is great. I don't know what any of it does, but that's great. Multi-switch and select nodes. Ooh, that is real nice. Multi-switch and select nodes are really nice. Ooh. Hello. Wait, why don't... Ah, okay. Why is it regenerating it? I'm not doing anything. I mean, that is really nice. So yeah, I can do select multi and switch. Switch is also multi? Oh, that's also fantastic. Okay, that's pretty big. That is pretty big. As a default, you can change oh, we can do it on enums and strings. Okay. That is really nice. I use it just makes you having selections and stuff really nice. Imagine each letter is a picture of that letter. It helps. That's not what I mean, God damn it. You need to use the projection node and then connect point filter node, and in point filter you set the layer name. What? You use the projector node. Okay, what is the projection node? Where is it? How do you access it? Right, there's like 20 steps you're missing to someone that doesn't know where you're beginning. So yeah, that's what I'll be all figuring out right now. Runtime quality, branch and select. A runtime only PCG quality level branch select node that can be. Wait, runtime only branch? Runtime quality branch. Runtime quality select. Get output data for output data for runtime generation? Okay, this is... Why is there a different version, though? Why isn't it just not part of the branch? The default will be used for disabling quality level pins. Enabled unconnected quality pins will not produce any data for that quality level. I don't understand why there's two versions. Why not just have the one version? Okay. Add, remove, filter data by tag. Okay, that's cool. Gas nodes, logic nodes, data count, point counts. Get point count. Ooh, okay. So there's some, yeah, there's some. This could be quite nice because you can use that and write to a point, and you can get it from the graph. You can get a lot of interesting things with that. Sorting of points. Oh, print. Oh, there's a print string. Wait, was there not a print string before? Okay, but that's really nice. Okay, I love me a print string. Visualizer prints the attribute value directly in the world at the point's location. Okay, really nice. Some good stuff. So, what else? Attribute set tables can be created from graph parameters, blueprint structures, and arrays through actor property getters, or constructed from multiple attribute sets within the PCG graph. This is great gibberish. This is great. I'm sure this tells me the exact same thing, but this tells me so much more because this tells me, this gives me a path to the location, whether it's enabled. I'm such a visual person. Okay. Oh, you put something in the Discord? We haven't even gone to, we haven't even gone to the graphs yet. I haven't even touched the graphs or anything. Yeah. We'll get to the graphs later. For now, we were just looking at the base stuff, and yeah. I opened it. I have opened this. I haven't looked at a single node here. This is way too early. First, let me see what else is here, and then we'll get to it. I don't understand this. What is the point of this than just using a difference node? This gives you... This is... How is this different? Yeah, it removes... It makes one node instead of two nodes because it doesn't have this conversion. But... I don't understand. Probably because I don't understand what a feedback loop is. But this seems like if you put points in here and points in here, that's the same thing as just... Okay. Okay. That's, it is what it is. And this is where it shows I'm an artist by default. I'm not a programmer by default. So a lot of these very technical terms I don't know because not the technical background. I come from everything. Give me the simple version. That's what I like from the artist side. PC record now recursively run itself as a subgraph. I thought subgraphs were already a thing. So we're hierarchical logical by passing data from the parent graph execution to its child recursion. Recursion will happen as long as data provided to the cursor for subgraph. We could already do subgraphs. Is there something I'm missing? Now, I haven't used them enough, but that says loop. But I don't see a setting here that says looping. So how are you looping it? That's what I want to know. Like I could like I know this node. There's a loop, and you can specify a graph here. Oh, that's the new PCG graph icon. I think I see what it is. These are all PCG graphs, but they just have different. But this is a loop. But where do I specify how much it loops? Like that's where I like. Okay, so this is great and all. There's no loop option. So that's why I haven't used it. That's why loops confuse me in PCG. Because I expect a loop to have a loop counter or like an input or something. A for each or a like set number or something. You say it didn't work well, that is why? No, I didn't say it didn't work well. I didn't say anything didn't work well because I haven't tried it yet. I think you might have misunderstood. Yeah, all my PCG stuff uses splines, but this is like a big area stuff. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what it is. Okay, darn it. Go back down. So next up is... Oh, yeah. So here's the entire section on the biomes. It's a very big section. Let's see what they show. Yeah, we can do that already. That's great. Okay. I've made this very useful video there. just amazingly useful. Your spline always have the same bug, but not mine? Yeah, I don't know. You paint the shore and it didn't change, so anything? So I mean, that's why. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't expect it to change, but I wanted to see how it works. So that is unrelated to it, which is good to know. That's it. It's just I'm a trial and error guy. I try something, does it have an effect? No, okay, good. No, that means it doesn't work. Good. That's unrelated. We go somewhere else. I was curious if the painted stuff was just painted because visuals, or was painted because they needed to be painted. It was painted because it was visuals. So we know. Is a data-driven systematic biome generator. See, here's the thing that says biome generator. When I heard that, I expected it, and when I saw the videos of them showing different biomes, I expected it to do the mountains, the oceans, the landscape deformation. When I think biome, I think landscape. I don't think things inside the landscape. I think landscape. So I think that has thrown me off on what it actually is, which is a slightly extra option for a scatterer, and there's no actual landscape stuff on it. I mean, it'll still tie to the painted layers and whatever else it has potentially, but it's not a. You still have to do the landscape yourself and the layers of the painted landscape yourself. I was expecting it to do. I mean, I made the tutorial on how to use landscape patches to create your landscape with PCG. So it's possible to use that together with it, but still. Is a fixed pipeline using asset and biome definition? Well, doesn't have to be very flexible dividing. Blah 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 blah. Once the intro setup is for artists and designers can easily define biomes within a world. Can they see? My first thought was a PCG to populate the biome like air. So here's the thing. Here, I'm gonna open paint. Just real quick, just to explain to you my like thought process on this. Okay. So when I think of an area, like let's say it's a forest, right? It's gonna have like lots of trees. Like lots of trees everywhere, right? And it's gonna have grass. And maybe some rocks. Okay? Cool. But if the thing below it is made of sand, that doesn't matter what the biome is if the landscape textures don't match, right? So, but in the same way, like, okay, that's just, you paint one and it does the other. Great. It'll auto update, you know, according to the paint. But if you want to swap an area from a mountainous thing to a flat thing or vice versa, you can't do that. And that's what I really wanted. I wanted to go from like, you know, to go from a mountainous area to a flat area to whatever it is through biomes. This is what I really want. But if it doesn't do that, it doesn't do that. That's fine. This will replace foliage painting. I mean, a lot of PCG stuff is already replacing foliage. PCG like does foliage effectively already. Your spice on a bug is this: if you select the dimension on interior, then interior sampling is 100, and your interior bore sampling is 100, you get an error. What is there? What is the error you get? I occasionally get errors. Like, I've done it once where I got an error, but it still worked, and I just ignored the error. I don't know. It's still it was experimental. In 5.4, it's going into beta. So, I mean, it's gonna be buggy. So, as long as it's working, like, I don't care if it errors me. Okay. Level to PCG data. Oh, level to outputs at PCG data. So, yeah, this is already a thing. You can make your levels into PCG data assets. You load PCG data asset node. Ah, okay. Or drag and drop in the export. You could already do this in 5.3. If not 5.2. 5.3 for sure. Yeah, the assembly workflow was first showcased in Electro Dreams demo and sample. Yeah, so why are you saying that this is new when you just specified that it's already been in the engine? Okay, I don't understand, but sure. Oh, I saw this. I saw this video before when they did it. So what I see is, okay, they did... There's no play bar. I can't, like, pause it, so... And if I pause it, it goes away. What are they clicking on? It's so hard to tell. Oh, they're doing a paste. So they're just pasting a value in. Okay. Could you not copy paste them before? Is that it? Is that all that is showing and then it updates once it's pasted in? Okay, cool, I guess. Branch execution culling. Okay, so it's just more performant. Great. So I can now accept an object path attribute to any existing PCG subgraph through its subgraph override pin. Cool. Proxy nodes. Proxy nodes can be kind of nice. Get proxy from object path. Okay. Offline builder? That's interesting. Multi-data attribute operations. Add, multiply. Wait. With this, whatever it is, plus 3 multiply by itself? Is that what it's trying to do? So if this was 2, this would be 5 times 5? 25, and this is what you're outputting? I wish it would show like the inputs and outputs, or like say what is input, what is the output, so you just see what it's doing. Okay, well, this wasn't nearly as helpful as I would have liked. Okay, well, let's see what the hell is going on with this biome core. So again, so this is our new, this is a PCG graph. This is just a new icon for PCG graphs. So, okay, that's fine. We now, so it's not like a new system or anything. It's just a new input. Oh god, these are all subgraphs. There's so many subgraphs here. Dear God. Good luck in your gotcha guts. Good luck. Okay, so I love how it does not fit the full name, and it also doesn't fit the full description. And but it doesn't start with the name. It's not the beginning of the name that's cut off. Sorry, it's not the end of the name that's cut off. It's the beginning of the name that's cut off. This is terrible. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll check out the node right after the ads. I don't know why the hell they decided to cut off the beginning. Who cuts off the beginning of a name? Everyone always cuts off the end. It's like, why would you cut off the beginning? Whatever, doesn't matter, but... but this is the cache. I guess we'll start with the generators property. That's like, assuming that's where we need to go. Is this? Silly Unreal. I guess silly Epic. Let's go. Figure it out after ads. Can't believe it's cut out at the beginning. 12 points. Yeah. Can I just double click on this? Oh, I can. Oh god, there's nodes and nodes and nodes. Okay, well, I mean, this is gonna be like a treasure trove of information if he can figure out what the hell is going on. But what am I drinking today? Simple. We're drinking some liquid graphite. You know, I had some pencils lying around, and I don't need them anymore. I'm in the digital age. Might as well melt it down and have a drink of some good old liquid graphite. You know. What else am I going to use with them? I'm going to write with them or draw with them. That's ridiculous. Okay, ads are done. So what are we getting? We're getting the... All world actors by tag. And we're getting assets. Wait. Oh, we're doing by class and by tag. Track only within bounds. And this is everything. Assets. Okay. So if we select you. No, you. Is it on this thing, or is it on the smaller ones that it's doing? No, it's not on this. Is it on these guys? Assets, yeah, so there's assets. Not on you. Oh, is this new? This looks new. Unless I've never just noticed it. This like spline point stuff is new. I don't see any assets on this. Okay, so some stuff have assets on them. Namely, this thing has assets on it. Okay, selected, please. It doesn't have anything populated in it. But it has a note there. Okay, is there one of these that has assets and populated with something? No. We find one of these that has assets in it, so I know what is specifically the assets are doing. Nope, no assets on this. Great, good start, good stock. Some diamond stomach. Yeah, you damn straight. You prefer crayons, but to each their own. Yeah, you know, personal preference. The controls are really old, dating back to U4. I guess I just never noticed it. Because usually I just click and I just modify the points. I never look at the detail panel, but I'm being forced to look at the detail panel right now. So this just shows how little I pay attention to some stuff. Yeah, I don't know what this is. So is there... So I don't see anything with assets, but okay, let's assume assets can be blank. Because clearly it's blank on this thing. Does this thing have assets? It does. It's also blank. Okay, good start. Good start. So something can go into assets. And let's see what the hell this is. Okay. So it goes through a loop. Get entries count. Output to B. Number of entries. So if I have an input there, it'll go to B because it'll be 1. And I assume it's a 0 to 1. So 0 is off. So outputs A. And 1 is on. So outputs to B. What I want to know is... Again, it's a loop, but where do you specify how many times it loops? That still confuses the hell out of me. That still confuses me. Get property from object path, make attributes, or merge attributes. Okay, well right now we're not doing anything with this, so... Wait. It's merging attributes and then adding an attribute. Adding this attribute to it. Wait, it's merging the attributes and then it deleting deleting specific attribute. And then it's... Wait. It's deleting generator. Oh, keep only selected attributes. Never mind. It's deleting everything except generator. But then why is it not just removing it here for everything? Then it's getting the generator. It's partitioning the generator? Wait, why is it merging anything? So this is like... This is the kind of advanced stuff that, like, without, like, explanation, like, makes no sense. We deleted all the attributes except generator. Okay. So then we got the generator. So why are we merging? What is there to merge? You have nothing except generator. Am I crazy? What's the point of this? Okay. Okay. Well, whatever it is. So far, what we're doing is we're following this path, I assume, which does nothing. Because we have no inputs. We have no inputs, it's just going to go through into this node. Which again is doing a partition attribute generator type. I have no guarantees I'll figure out what the hell is going on here. This is like it's probably using a mesh spawner somewhere. No controls are really old dating. Yeah, it's probably using a mesh spawner. Yeah. I mean, it is using this is the actual this thing right here, or yeah, this guy. If I move this, right? This is what's like controlling the area and everything that's being generated. That's what we're looking at right now. So cool. But I gotta figure out. It has to be controlled, right, somehow, somewhere. And so that's what we need to figure out and see if we can make our own. Oh, here's a test that needs to be figured out. Can I press Control Z now and have it properly undo? Oh my god, the undo bug is fixed. I think the undo bug is fixed finally. Let's try with this guy. Undo. Oh my god, at least for this, the undo bug might be finally fixed. Okay, biome cache. Is that just a node? Oh, that's a named rewrite. Oh god. I don't suppose. Okay. So we have to go through all of this. Biome cache cell size. We just specify that in. Now, out of curiosity, is that from? Yeah, here's parameters. Yeah, here's biome cache cell size. Okay. Texture projection instance is blank. Okay, what is this? Create a 3D grid from the actor bounds. Mark points that intersect with landscape as active, alpha equals 1. Assign the biome texture colors to active points. I appreciate that they have some kind of comment on here. You haven't fully dived into PCG yet, but won't surprise you if you can make as complex as materials by using material functions. So having layers and yeah. You can already do that. Absolutely. The problem, though, is dissecting this without any kind of documentation is, dear God. So we're getting the actor data, so we're getting a single point. Can I sample this? Can I still debug this? Oh, interesting. It is now showing, instead of a cube, it's showing, oh, they overwrote it. It's overwrote it. Okay, so it has a single mesh. Apply scale to bounds. Applies the scale of each point to its bounds and resets the scale. Hold on. I just want to see. What have I sampled the? Oh, okay. That's a good. Is that a new node? That is a very good node. Either that's a new node or that's a node I did not know about. That's really nice. Okay. So then we're just taking the transforms of this and we're storing it in a transform. And we're also getting the extents and we're storing it. So then we're only keeping transform and then we're only keeping extents. Okay. Yes, Epic for documentation on Unreal. Yeah, Unreal has no documentation, as I always say. It just they don't have any because they don't have people working on it. But okay, so we're getting the single point, we're getting the transforms and the extents, and we're using it in this biome check thing. We're also getting the landscape data and the cell size. Okay, so this is the next graph that we're diving. I'll also make this bigger. So now what the hell is going on here? What are we doing? We're taking there's a difference node. Okay. We're creating an attribute called none. That's a double. Do you guys know what a double variable is? What is a double variable? I've never used a double. What is a double variable? It's just a float that has more decimal points? But then why do you make it a double if it's just 2.0? Just make it a float. You don't need that many decimal points. No? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm not getting it. Okay. So float. So we're multiplying the extents by 2. And then we're taking the minimum between the extents and the cell size. So basically, we're doing a bunch of math to create a point grid. Okay. And they've overwritten the... yeah. So this is just a wireframe cube. Okay. So, effectively, lots of math to make this. But here's the question I have. Volume Sampler already has a... like, you just put a voxel size in here and you get the same result. Am I crazy? Why this versus just that? This is a volume. Is that not the same result? I mean, I'm just curious. Yeah, meth. Okay, then we're doing a compose, which I'll be honest, I don't know what math that is. So math, compose. Putting a number together using its parts. What? What the hell is compose? Yes, I'm feeling stupid. If you were wondering. And no one just showing me like a visual, like I just want, give me a number. Math is fun, composing and... Oh, okay, so thank you. Someone gave me a visual understanding of what compose is. Thank you. Composing and decomposing number. Hundreds, 3. Tens, 4. Ones, 9. 349. Okay. That's what composing and decomposing is. So if you wanted... Yeah, so 349 becomes 300 plus 40 plus 9. And composing takes... Well, 200 plus 70 plus 9. And so... I mean, it is like a slightly more advanced like addition subtraction, right? With okay, learn something. Also, you know, can I just point something out real quick? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here you are. The first link. Composing and decomposing numbers, first grade. I'm sorry. Maybe I haven't been in school in a while. What first grader is learning about composing and decomposing numbers? What first grader already knows like long addition, subtraction, and everything else to understand? I'm sorry, why does this say first grade? But okay, cool. We now understand that this is what composing and decomposing does. Great, we've learned something, or at least I have. Yay, mathisfun.com. Okay. So what are we composing? We're composing... Wait, we're composing points, though, with the world transform. How does that make sense? Oh, okay. We're taking the transform and we're combining it with the world transform. This gets us a voxel grid that fits inside of here. Hold on a second. Okay, I need to know. Didn't try to generate too many points. Oh, is that the problem? Oh, hold on. Let me make this voxel size like 1,000. Okay, we're fine here. Give me this. Here. Hey, look, guys. I got the same result. I don't get it. Oh, Color Click, welcome in. How's it going? I don't understand. What is the point of all that? Here's this. Yeah, I can change the Volk. If we want the 800 by 800 that they have, like we can even just take this cell size and just put this into the voxel size and just sample this. It's the same result. Am I missing something? What am I missing? Maybe it's related to performance or something? I don't know. You gonna try a PCG too? I've been well. It's yeah, I've been doing lots of PCG stuff, and now we're dissecting these freaking PCG biomes that's now released in 5.4. And okay, you know what? Sure, you know what? If you wanted to, we could replace all of this with a single node. Got it. Okay, what else is there they doing? Jesus Christ. What the shit? Have you been, man? Okay, so then we're setting steepness. My guess is we're doing this to get some attributes. Okay, I'm guessing that. And then we're cutting out the bounding shape. What? So, okay, hold on. So here we're cutting out. I'm going to do a simple density filter here, just so we can see this better. So, okay, it is cutting out the landscape. And if we did instead 0 to something else. Okay, now it's starting to make more sense, but now it's starting to make more sense, but gotta figure out how it's cutting it out. Move back to the Bay, been working on Seawolf past few years. Oh, nice. Turn to a VFX artist. Niagara stuff all day. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I'm up in Canada. And basically a tech artist these days. So, and now part-time, like free time making a game. And yeah, doing all things Unreal. Better than LA? Yeah, hell yeah, it's definitely a bit. Where's the sun? It's a bit cloudy right now. Thank God. I'll tell you this: it's hot. It's warm as hell in my room right now because the AC can't keep up. But I'm glad you're doing well. Color click. I don't want to say your actual name. Not about to dox somebody. But so the input source, we're taking steepness. So hold on. We're taking all of this output source. If I just copy this, I just want to see something. Because and the difference is the bounding shape. So I'm gonna copy all of this. Volume sampler. Bounding shape. I mean, can we just put this as the bounding shape? I mean, probably not. Yeah, this does not get us. So hold on. Hold on a second. How is it? It is taking. Is the steepness? Where is steepness? It does not have information for steepness. Where is it getting this information from? So let's check. Yeah, tell her I said hi. I'm doing tech art now? Well, thanks. Yeah, check out the YouTube. I have if you want to learn PCG, I have lots of tutorials on that now. And game dev stuff and whatever else. But yeah, take care. Have a good one. Nice catching up. So I want to know where the steepness is coming from. Create attributes, double. Create points grid. Compose. Input source steepness. So we're... So where is the steepness coming from? Because it's not a default attribute. So it has to be create... Oh, it is. Is it actually? Is it actually a default attribute? Oh, it is. So wait. So then again, the question remains...
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay. Let's give a moment for ads, but... But while that's going, real quick, what is the world transform? I don't think I need this. Because this doesn't give me, this just gives me source. Really odd. Well, not odd. How is it getting the steepness information? That's what we need to figure out. Okay. While this is, while ads are quickly going, I'm going to use the restroom real quick and I'll be right back. Made it back in time. Oh, the landscape did. Oh, oops. I think I figured out the problem here. The bounding shape, right? That's being cut out. I put in the bounding shape of my thing, but they have the bounding shape of the landscape. So if I did this, yeah, so we get the same result. Okay? So far, just as a quick recap, this right here is doing the same thing as this up to here. Okay? Just so we're clear, this is it. Okay? Let's continue. Like, there has to be a reason for it, right? There has to be somewhere. They have to use this information somewhere else down the line. Otherwise, this is still not making sense. Okay, sure. It's fine. Okay, so then what we're doing, we're checking if it's equal to 0 density. But, yeah. Okay, so, we're just doing a density filter. And we're checking if it's 0. Oh, right. It doesn't like exact, like... Okay. There's the same result. Okay. Hey, Kale. Yeah, 5.4 is out. And we're just simplifying the entire biome thing. Okay, so that's all we need there. Like, why is this the thing that's replacing all of this? Why am I getting the same result here? Cool. I mean, yay, this is great. Okay, let's continue. So I'm working on cloud with multiple users. I'm pretty sure I'm saying cache something. I mean, maybe. I'm not set. Like the thing I'm trying to figure out is I don't write out a single person, but you know, even working on cloud, this doesn't make sense because this is still a single PCG node. It's not like you can have multiple people working on the same exact file. Hey, Imran. You'll wait for my biome to... Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're doing detective work to figure out how the hell the biome system works for that tutorial. Or at least to get, like, something. Like, because again, this is now replacing a lot of this. Okay, so what are we doing next? So we're setting the density to be 1. Okay. And then we're setting the color to be black. Okay, and then so we're filtering out the biome active and inactive points. Okay. Okay, in that case, we can do an attribute filter. Not an attribute filter. What's it called? It is attribute filter. I just need to change it to equals, I think. If this is equal to density. Yeah, threshold attribute. How do you have it as... Oh, it's because it's user causes threshold. That's why. Okay, and then... Sure. So we just filter out this way. Let's see if this is needed. I don't know if it's needed, but okay. We now have... We're going through this... blah, 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 blah texture. So this is the first node still. So what we're recreating here is that first node. Cool. So we did this. We now have their active and inactive points. What the hell do we do next? Okay, for the active points, we're taking the nothing and checking if it's equal to nothing. If it is, we do nothing. Good start. If it's not equal to nothing, then we do something with it. Biome texture projection instance. So hold on. Let's go to the graph. Open it up real quick. Nothing in construction. Nothing in event. Is there something in this? Okay, this is... Okay, there's stuff here. That we're also need to figure out this runtime thing. Great. We'll get to that at some point later. 0 does in fact 0 equals 0. Makes sense. Oh, yeah, I agree. So, okay. Biome core snap to biome color. Okay, hold on. I want to know where this is being used. Is it on these guys? No, there's no there's nothing here. There's nothing here. So where the hell is this being set? Biome core. Okay, what is this? So we're checking all world actors of a selected class, biome setup, and by PCG biome actors, and we're just taking them together for biome definition. And what is this? So what I want to know, I guess, is here. Okay, that's green. Can I? Wire? This one. So I'm going to just take off the these and just okay. So this is being set somehow. And this is what's doing it. Okay, this is the important part. This is the important part. I see that's merging it, which is all fine and dandy. But okay, so what is this biome texture projection instance? And where the hell is it set? I'm actually going to keep sampling this. And I'm going to detach output to B just to see which one it's going to. So it is going to A. So this is not blink then. So it's just going to A. So this has some kind of information. From where? That's what we need to figure out. Where is this biome texture projection instance? Can I can't search for it. It's blank here. Oh, is it maybe set like at the higher level? No, it's blank here as well. Here it's all blank. Like we're inputting it. Select actors using this. So this is the blueprint that has it. But we don't have... There's nowhere where it's being set, but it is being set somewhere. Because it has to be... Because it has to be equal to 0 to go here. So this is not equal to 0. Oh boy, okay. Where the hell is it? Can I find... I want to inspect. No, can I go graph settings? Maybe I can do it here. Nope. Here's what I can do. I just thought about. I'm going to copy display name. Find results. Press this button. No results. If you didn't know, this button allows you to search something in all blueprints. So this doesn't exist anywhere. Excuse me? It's not input anywhere. It is... Yeah, because we can do, like, we can just do this. Right, so this confirms that it is going, it has information. Where is it getting this information? How is it getting this information? Why is it getting this information? There's no way to set it in here. It has to be in a blueprint or some kind. So I don't think it's these. Because these just have the biome color, biome name. Could it be those? Hold on. Is there anything here? Definition assets. Runtime assets. No, there's nothing else here. Event graph. The structure script is unhooked. So the constructor script isn't running anything. That's good to know. And the only thing, so these are all the same. These are all the biome setup ones. Oh, this one has assets. This has a lens light. Okay, so this is where some of these have assets. Okay. Where are the instances thing? It shouldn't be in the landscape material. Plane is the water. Parameter overrides. Did they override it here manually? Is that what they did? They freaking overrode it here manually, didn't they? Texture projection instance. If I uncheck this, it doesn't do anything. So that's why I can't find the damn thing. So normally what I do is I expose all of these values, all these overrides, to the main blueprint. And so I didn't think of looking here. But what they did is they just kept it here. Okay. Okay, so now that makes sense. And so what are we doing this? So this is sorry. There's an instance of this projection texture. So it's the wrong thing. So this is a graph that's basically, it's a subgraph effectively. Okay, so let's go down the rabbit hole of figuring out what this is, which also has subgraphs. So hold on a second. If this is a graph, then why is it not just a subgraph? Because this... Ah, okay. Because this graph has overrides inside of it that they created. Okay. So if you're confused, they've hidden values in places, and then they put graphs and graphs and graphs and graphs and graphs, dot, 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 one eternity later, SpongeBob meme, dot, in a graph, in a graph, in a graph. And that's where you find all this information. Dear God. Let me some hiddenness and overwrites your favorite. Yep. Yep. Mine too. Mine too. Jesus Christ. Okay. So now we're gonna dissect this thing before this instances, which has nested nodes in those. God damn it. Okay. That's fine. Let's see what they're doing. Well, here's the thing. It's taking an input. It's taking an endpoint of points. So this is being used somewhere potentially. So what happens when it doesn't have an input? This doesn't have an input. This is just the graph. Keep tagged. Tile partitioned. Oh dear God. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we tackle this differently. Because I wanted to see how the entire thing is built, and it's a convoluted mess of hidden things inside of hidden things. Maybe we just figure out how to use it for now to create our own biomes and assign them to our own things. And then down the line, we could figure out how the hell to actually understand this entire thing. Because this is a great learning experience. But dear God, is it a mess to like figure out. Dear God, is it a mess. Okay. Because here's the biome map. Right? Here's the thing. Reference viewer. How are they creating this map? Are they creating this map, or was it or did they paint it themselves? They could have. So they could have created it through a texture and then also use the texture to create an RGB mask for it effectively. Okay. Let's play with this. Let's just open it up. And let's see what happens when we, mess with it. Is it going to update the entire thing, or is it going to update, like, not the entire thing? I wonder whether they manually painted a simple map instead of using landscape textures. So here's my guess. And again, this is entirely a guess. So you can create a, if you use something like Gaia or, just a landscape generator, you can create a, oh, let me turn on the lights 1 second. Okay. I was talking to the Echo. I didn't want to activate all your stuff too. So you can use landscape generators to create this as well as like the actual like landscape. It's, yeah, I don't like it. I don't know how they made it, and I don't know a good way of doing it. That could be like, okay, here's a like, because a height map isn't going to give you this, right? But what you can do from a height map is select values. So for example, I'm just going to quickly find an image of a height map. So sure, this is fine. Oh, geez, why is it so small? Can I get a bigger version? There we go. Copy image. Paste. How big is this? I miss the Photoshop's ability to just auto detect your resolution from a copied image. I'll be honest. So, right, when you have a height map like this, maybe they transfer the height map data to RGB somehow. They use that instead of a height map, assuming they had a height map. So what you can do, right, is you have a height map is just that. It's based on height. So you can mask out based on a certain value. Like you can mask like 0 to 10 and then just make that red, right? 10 to 50, you can make that blue. But that is a height based thing. This is not a height-based thing. They didn't do a height-based thing for this. And we know that it's not a height-based thing. Because of this. Because of this island. Because this island is the same height as everything else here on here. So we know it's not a height-based thing. So they had to have manually created this. But, well, I don't say have to have. I'm guessing they manually created this. So what happens now if why is it precious? Excuse me? Why am I
Ads are
not
here. Pausing for ads.
don't do what? Oh, there we go. Freaking what edges was on. Okay, ads are that's rolling, but I want to see what happens if I just do this, right? Obviously, this is not going to be correct. It's not going to work, but I want to see. I want to see how it works with all this. So while ads are playing, bring this in here. Yeah, I'll apply that once ads are done. Put some blue in the red mountain. Have that. There we go. Oh, is it PNG? Yeah. Modified. Wait, what is all this? Texture source convert to 8-bit or minimum bit depth. Texture source compressed with JPEG. Reduce size. Texture source resize to power of 2. Is this new? I don't remember this. You pay for YouTube Premium. I don't know why I was watching on Twitch, not gonna lie. The ads jump scared you. Well, welcome to the YouTube side, the ad-free experience. Okay, so we now have... You do get 10 channel points, which you could redeem for just a TTS right now, but that's it. So we now have this modified image. If I plug this in, it's going to regenerate. Okay. Right. So it regenerates everything correctly according to this. YouTube delay is crazy today. Make sure you're actually on live. So when you're watching a stream or check that it's actually live when you're watching it. Because you might not be on live. Yeah, if I go to... can I show this here? Yeah, so right here's the stream. If I could be here, and this is gray, that means I'm not watching live. And as long as this says red, yeah. That is a considerable delay, though.
Kale Hamren says, I have, well, 20k channel points before this, and I don't even have anything clever or funny to say.
There you go. Also, good to know that the channel point redeem works properly. I fixed it. Yay. Yeah, the unfortunately, because I stream 1440p on YouTube, absolutely, good guts, absolutely personal. So because I stream 1440p, I can't use the lowest what's it called? Lowest latency. I have to do like the middle version. So it's you have a more of a delay on YouTube, but you have higher quality and no ads. But you do have emotes on Twitch, which you don't have on YouTube because of BTTV and 7 TV. So yeah, there's pros and cons to both. So, you know, pick your poison. But okay, so we can change the biome map. What if we don't use world landscape as world origins? What happens? Can I hold on? What's the map? Map is, wait. Hold on, which way were we looking at this? Is it... The red is the... What? The red is the desert. The red is the desert. And we know that from here. Red is desert. So that means we're looking at this way. Okay. So then what the blue is the forest. And inside the forest we have a landslide here. So where's this? Here, and here's the landslide. Okay. So this all makes sense. Each eye needs emotes for sure. Yeah, I have BTTV emotes on YouTube. So if you have the BTTV plugin, enable it for you. Like there's a YouTube enable option, and then you can get BTTV emotes. Yeah, you'd think that. You'd be wrong. And, you know, a logical person would think green is the forest. And it is. Green is the forest. But there's also another forest that is blue. Okay. So we understand what that does now. So what is this the texture size? 102,400. I mean, it's 1024 times 100. Why is it times 100? Because that's the scale of... Because the landscape is scaled 100. And this is effectively a world size. So, for shits and giggles, if I was to scale this to 10... Could I set this to 10? Obviously, it doesn't work at this scale. So no. I mean, this is far denser than what we generated, so... Target attribute name is color. Channels project XYZ. Yeah, but they were 800 bounds, but that shouldn't matter because, right, look at the density here. So if I make it smaller, the density doesn't change. It's clearly good enough for this. I mean, okay, let's try 10 times smaller, just in general. Okay, let's do that. I changed this to 10. It's 10 times smaller. We go to the biome core cell size. Clean up, generate. Oh, this also needs to be a 10th. Why is this one floating? Why are these ones floating? That's a blueprint actor. That's just, that doesn't care about anyone because that's a spline. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, is it? Hold on. Is it over? It's being overwritten here. Yeah, it's overwritten here. No. I'm not sure why. I would like to get it to... So we know where to change the map, though. Okay, if hypothetically... I just throw an error. Oh, number of iterations produced. That's why it's not happy with that. Okay, what if we made this bigger then? Make this bigger. So it's set up for this specific scenario. What I want to do, and this probably won't happen today, probably we'll continue this tomorrow as well. The goal is to figure out a way of, at the bare minimum, I want to be able to import my own landscape with my own map and just reuse this functionality. Right? And then we can work off of that. But that's like the bare minimum that we need to accomplish, right? I think this is complaining because, yeah, just because from before, but I think it's fine right now. So we'll ignore those errors. Okay, so that aside, right, we can change the colors, what they mean, and that's all controlled here. Now, these are invisible actors, effectively. So this biome setup doesn't have anything except... So it has the biome setup tag, which is how it's getting the information. And then it has the runtime assets. Okay. So what is this effectively doing? So if we look at here, so here's the forest. It's telling us you can specify the color and whatever else. So if for shits and giggles, I want to like make the forest a desert, I could paste this in here. And then regenerate it. Oh, wait. Sorry, I made the desert a forest. My mistake. But so it works. So you have full control over what is what in that regard, which is good. Unfortunately, it doesn't auto update, but that's fine. Wait. Why is it still... Why is it still, excuse me? It should not be... That's green now. I'm gonna change the name so it breaks it. Bug or... What's going on? Oh. That's important. That's why. That was our mistake. Okay. So now if I go right, I can make this blue. Yeah, and it is automatically updating. Okay. And if I don't want anything there, I can make it something else. Okay. So that's all good. So what is the I'm gonna close out of here for now. So this is where we put in that. Don't need to touch anything else here. Where's the root point filters? There's filters, and there's 5 of them. What are they? Density noise, projection, water distance. What in the world? Sun exposure, flow. Oh, that we can just change like areas based on the colors. Yeah. So basically, what these are is just dictating what these colors mean. But the nice thing is, because they're colors, you have as many colors here as you have. But you can make this like a rainbow and have like a rainbow of different biomes. You're limited basically by the entire RGB value. of everything, which is good. I also noticed no MIP maps, and of course no sRGB. So, out of curiosity, if I was to disable filters, what changes? Oh, quite a lot changes. Look at that. So the waterline one, right, it removes it from here because otherwise it wouldn't remove it. So if we enable this, here's the water distance. Why is this generate? Why does it break? Why does it break so easily? Water level negative 100. So if I did this at negative 50, why is it stopped generating properly already? All I did was turn this off and on. Clean up. What's the problem now? This is the correct value. This is the same as before. I haven't touched anything here now. This is default. 1024 times 100. Here's a test I want to do. Let's go back to the original one. And I just want to make it a 4K texture. What happens when it's a different size? Because maybe we can figure out the size, the resolution per like scale of this, at the very least. Resize. So obviously, texture resolution is not 1K. But it doesn't matter. This is a world size. Oh, well, it's meters right now, so is it? Hold on. Is it not? This is a 1 meter plane, right? This would put it at so it's none of these. So it's neither one of these. It's not meters, it's not centimeters. What is it going off of? The landscape is 128 by 128. Resolution and vertices is 1017 by 1017. Is it based off of this, but just we're putting in a power of 2, so it's just a little bit off? That confuses me a little. I'm not quite sure what this texture size is doing. If we delete cut it by 10, I feel like it's grows bigger, not smaller. That is a... Okay, that's a head scratcher. That needs to be figured out. I also don't know what happened to the filters. The filters stopped working. As soon as we turned off the filters that one time, the filters no longer work. Just in general. So, hold on. Let me just reload the level. Don't save me. Dear God, don't save me. Let's go back to here. PCG. The filter points. And I just want to go into the water distance. And I just want to change this from negative 100 to negative just 0. Negative 300. I'm sorry. Did you catch that? Because I sure as hell did. The water level by default in here was negative 100. But the actual water level is positive 100. And we know that here. So why was this a negative 100 and working? So it was like, it was cached at one point, but it was just incorrectly cached. So if I was to set this to like 2000. And for visuals, that's where the line is for 2000. It calls it correctly. So, okay. God damn. That explains why it wasn't regenerating either. Because it was all, I think, cached. Somehow. Okay, so what is this filter? It's just taking the position Z. Doing a distance. Water level max distance. Why is there a max distance on this? Constant append sign distance attribute, the source data. So it checks the distance between the points. Okay, so this just calls them. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, so that's what the water filter does. Let's go to the next one. We have no graph. So what? This is just filtering density min max. This tells me this does nothing. There's no inputs here. There's no inputs here. Did something get cleared out of here from before? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restart Unreal so I just get everything to be clean. And then we'll double check this. I want to make sure that this didn't get cleared out by somehow from something I did. Also, I'm pretty sure there was 4 elements before in here. So let's just real quick. I'm going to relaunch Unreal. I'm just going to reopen this. I'm not saving any of this. This is all testing. Yep. Show again. Sure. Reopen it. The filters. There's 5 elements here. Why was it 3 before? Okay, that's different. Okay, so we have the water level, right? And if I open the water level, oh, okay, it's overwritten here. So here the water level is negative 100, but it's overwritten here. Right, they're overriding all the settings. Okay. Got it. So then they have the sun exposure setting. What the crap is sun exposure? There's no description of it. If I open it up, it is very complicated. Override all. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's see what the hell the sun exposure does. So tile count 2. Wait, 2.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay, let's wait for ads. But what? We definitely need 4x4 to cover this entire thing. Flip vertical ordering. Use landscapes world origin, yes. There's no texture size on this. Oh, I think I know. I understand what this is doing. I think. I don't know what's going on, but we'll try to figure. I think this is. Wait, sun exposure. Oh, here, debug projection. What does this do? Some points are light, some points are dark. It doesn't seem to be filtering anything. Oh, it is. It is filtering. Based on what? It is filtering based on angle to the sun. Is that what it is? Can I quickly just check? Okay, ads are done. We're trying to figure out the sun exposure. Because if I did 2x2, right? It just, there's nothing here. But why? Why is there nothing here? Trying to figure out. These are all white. These are all white. I thought maybe it's based on the direction from the sun, but no. Because these are dark, but these... Right, and these are dark. But they're right... Wait a second. Is it... I was like, maybe it's based on shadow, but this part is in bright light, and this is in shadow, and it's also bright. I'm not sure what the sun exposure is doing. I don't know if you guys can tell. This debug is not helping. If I did 1 by 1, it's the same as 4 by 4, effectively. 2 by 2 for some reason cuts this area out. 3 by 3 cuts out just a smaller area over here. Really bizarre. Okay, what if we go to the filter and this sun exposure, I'm just gonna navigate to it and then I'm just gonna clear it. Do I see any difference? I don't see any difference. Turn off this debug. You. Again, clear you. Okay, it is removing a few of them. Okay, it's removing a few of them. Hey, Sarai. Or so just the surface facing. No, I don't think it's the surface. We'll do like try to get a good view of like a good section of it. So again, I'm gonna clear it. Right, it's removing that. It's removing areas. It's removing shadowed areas. That's what it's doing. It's based on an angle away from the sun. Is that what we're saying? Because can we see any problems on this side? Oh, it still removes a little bit of here. I'm not fully understanding what it's doing. I see that it's removing things from the shadow side, but it's also has removed something from the bright side, so it's not directional. And there's no way for it to calculate like if it's in shadow or not. And it's getting the actor of the landscape. Biome core temp petitioner, biome core projection loop. Texture to project on. Hold on. Well, texture to project on is this. Okay. Texture size, texture filtering. Channels to project. What do we have for channels to project? The X channel, the X direction. I mean, it's not a 0 to 1 filter and it has some random. Oh yeah, it definitely does. But the thing is, right, is this on this section. If I go in here, if I go in here and I clear it again. Right? So it removes like all of those trees, but it doesn't remove this. It only removes the trees. It doesn't specify here to only remove trees. How does it only remove trees? I mean, like these trees. Obviously, these are also trees. So that is interesting. And I wonder if it's part of this. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Okay, well, let's continue on. Let's just see what the other stuff is. Flow projection. It could be moving trees based on the aspect east, west, north slopes. Get less sun than Hello, Ryan. So I agree that it could be doing a lot of those things. The thing that we're now trying to figure out is why are these left over? This filter list is for all the biomes. But yet these are untouched. These are touched. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I know why it is. It's because of this. I bet these guys don't implement this filter attribute. They don't use a difference node to filter it out. So it just happens to not work on those because of it. But how do we tell it to work or not work on them? Can we? Asset options. Mesh options. Filter options. Ah, okay. Sun exposure minimum, sun exposure maximum. Here we go. This is for the forest. If I was to look at Broadleaf Forest, which is the other one, sun exposure minimum is 0, sun exposure maximum is 0.9. And here's 0.1 to 0, 0.1 to 1. So if we minimum 0.1, there it goes. Okay. That's the answer to the question of where it's controlled. Yeah, that's the answer where it's controlled. Okay. Cool, so we can control all that per biome, effectively. So all of this stuff is per biome. And then in the biome, we can change the settings for minimum, maximum densities, the height locations of them, and then the flow, 0.95. What is this flow? Flow projection. Let's check what it does. Let's clear it out. A little hard to tell. Let's put it back in. Okay, so it's kind of getting rid of things as well. But under different filters. Okay. Project texture. Hold on. Is it the same? Sun exposure? Okay. So these are the same thing, but they're going to a different attribute. So it's just it's the same functionality, but under different settings. Okay. So effectively a layer noise. Okay. And then a density noise, I assume, is this. Oh, this one is different. Attribute noise mode. Did this get cleared out by accident somehow? Which is just density, but here we just set the density min max. So if I wanted to On this forest, I can set density max to be 0.5. And this will just cull half of the, like most of the forest. Which is this small tree. Bush. I can do the same thing on this. Oh, that's these guys. Yep, there they are. All right, and it's per mesh, right? So the carnivorous, right, has a few different meshes that appear here, and I would need to modify it for each one if I want to modify for each one. Okay, so it's per all these things are per mesh. They're not even per biome. The settings are in the biome, and then you can modify it per mesh. So if you want to have a biome, some objects in it to be affected, you can. If you didn't want it to be affected, you don't have to. Okay. That's great to know. So we've kind of figured out what the filters are. That all makes sense now. So we have the ability to change this map in the texture. We have the ability to change the filters. Where's the child point filters? The child point filters, it has a density noise and a water distance. I don't know why that is different. Okay, if I was to clear this out. It did not do a darn thing. Oh, what? Well, no, the default... What is the default one? Default one has nothing. So the child ones are not doing anything. I see no difference happening. And just to confirm, if I was to clear this out, it should regenerate. Yeah, it does regenerate. Obviously, we get then the water and stuff appearing where we don't want it. Okay, the cell size all makes sense. We can see the biome information, which is nice. Oh, actually, let's use this and let's change the resolution. This will actually help. Using this, let's go back to here. Okay. So this is world size, potentially? Yeah, so let's take our landscape and scale it to 1,000. Aha. It maintains this. If I made this bigger. Okay. This is proportionate to world. Okay, that is good. So we can debug this and make sure it fits the landscape properly based on that. Okay. Let's go to our core. Stop debugging that. Bypass global filters. Ah, okay, so you can just turn off the global filters just to see what it is before and after the global filters. Very convenient. Max child asset length. Or asset depth. I don't see it doing anything on the child front. Okay. What is this runtime one? Doesn't have anything here. We haven't even touched the runtime aspect of this. But, okay. If I want to make my own landscape test, what I would need if I want to like create my own system, I would need first a height map to create it. And then I would need to create somehow an RGB mask for biomes within the height map. Is there a good way of creating this? I basically need to figure out, well, I don't need to, but I want to figure out a good way of creating this. Because this is a very, very advanced PCG network graph, effectively. I don't know if it does anything that couldn't be done in 5.3, but boy, is it advanced, because there's nodes and nodes and nodes and nodes and nodes, right? So, if we want to generate a biome graph, right? If we have, oh, did I close it? Can I just reopen it real quick? Where is it? I want to... Thank you. So, right, if I have this as the height map, what's the best way of doing this? Also, this is a fun fact. This is just a height map of Iceland. I don't know why, if you search landscape height map into Google Images, apparently this is Iceland. Yep. And I'm only basing that off the name. Iceland height map. I don't know if that's accurate, so don't quote me. But the name of the file is Iceland height map. So if we were to take this and we want to make biomes, we could do this manually. I could paint it in. Oh, you know what I want to know? What happens if we blur this image? Yeah, you can do it based on height, but you don't always want to have... The problem is you don't always want to have a certain height to be a specific... You might want to have like a desert next to a forest and it's still flat, right? So I think it's going to be a manual painting kind of thing. But what I want to know is, this is like hard edges. What happens if I blur this? Also, is this... let me put this back at 1024. Why not? What happens if I blur this? Blur, Gaussian blur. Let's find out. What happens if we have like... a gradient, and it's not a hard edge. Is it gonna try to blend between the biomes or not? I want to know. It's you. It's you. Okay, that's what we want. Oh, I didn't even save my image just because I clicked out save. Third. Aha! Okay, this is good to know. And this makes sense. Because we're filtering a specific color, and obviously when it's blurring, that is not that color. That pixel is not that color anymore. So obviously it will just not put anything in there. That makes sense. So, and there's no option here for like a... That's actually, why is there a biome priority? Does this do anything? No. Biome priority doesn't make any sense to me because you're specifying the biomes in this texture. You can't have stacking biomes. So there's no priority to take above or below anything. It is what it is. Okay. So we know now. Okay, I'm gonna do an interesting test. I'm gonna take all this entire landscape and delete it. I'm gonna make a new one. Landscape. 127, 127. We do the same thing. Almost one sections. And you know what? Let's try. Let's just do an import from file. You know what? Let's just test this right now. Screw it. Let's make this 1K. Okay. Oh, it's because it's rasterized. Where needs to be rasterized? Yeah. Let's take this. Export. I test. Can I drag it in without? Import from file. Oh, okay. I need. Oh, interesting. What's the default setup? Create new 127. 8x8. Okay. 8x8. So can I make this higher resolution? Is this going to be higher resolution? And it's not displaying it as higher? I hope so. That's all I need, but that looks super low res. I've not done this in a long time. Okay. Put that back down. This is the water level. Drop the water level. So, what I want to see is, can we? So, what is this one tree?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Oh, this is biome data. Specific tree. Oh, okay. It shows you how to make a specific tree if you wanted to. Ads are here. Okay, we'll pause for ads. But it's okay. It's not quite working. And we'll find out why in a moment. Hopefully. So it's not as simple as just swapping it out. I had a feeling it wouldn't be. Yeah, let's wait for ads, and then we'll see if it's just a positioning thing or it's something else. I have a feeling it's something else. It's a positioning thing. Why? Okay, ads are done, but this is a positioning thing? If I move this higher... Oh, you know why? I understand why. It needs to be at least enough for one set of grid points to generate effectively. So it can't be like perfectly flat. It has to have like some kind of down, a little bit off the base of this. So if I wanted this to be at 0, if I set this back to 0, and maybe move this up higher, that doesn't matter. But then I just need to take this core and move it down, and now it's fine. Now it gets us the same result. So it just didn't have the room below. Okay. So now let's go to our biome core. Turn off the this guy. And then let's debug without the global filters. Aha. So now we know the global filters are what's culling this. Like all this stuff. Obviously, the desert is not designed for this. Also, the water level needs to be adjusted. So we can actually go here. What is our new water level at? Negative 2210. Is that really it? Is it negative 2210? Let's do negative 2000. If we go here to Boink. Filters. Wait, what? What happened to all the filters on this? Fire array elements. Oh, it just closed. For some reason these are closed. Got it. So this is the water. But it's a negative 2000. So oh, let's not bypass the water. Negative. That explains that. Negative 2000. Aha. Okay. So there we go. So there we go. So now, out of curiosity, let's say I want to modify one of these. Do we have the in these forests? Let's go with like broadleaf forest. Is there like an align to normal option? Normal offset? And now they're facing directly up. Aren't they? Are they? It's hard to tell. It's the spruce. This is the... Which one is this? This is the spruce. This is the trees. Do I have... no. Yeah, let's do both of these forests. Just at the same time. Just to confirm that it's just not... I don't think it's the normal... No, it's not the normal offset. Okay. Okay, where is the setting for rotation? Let's find out. So if I was to go through here... Extents multiplier. Okay. Oh, we can isolate. Oh, that's really nice. I appreciate that. So now we can just, you know, just view this guy. Okay. So, handy stuff. Overlap with children. Force asset scale. No. Extents multiplier we don't care about. Translation we don't care about. Rotation. Has 0 rotation. Scales all 1. Orient upwards. That's what it is. Okay. So you can change how much it is matching the slope versus how much it is facing upwards. So if we want to, we can make them all face upwards by searching for orient upwards. And let's just say like 0.9 on all of these. Oh, this is normal offset. Oops. Orient upwards. It's already 0.9. And we need to just turn off this one. Isolate one. Turn off the isolate. And now our forest is going up. Okay, so this is good. So we're effectively reusing the same map, and if we want to, we can use obviously a different map. So if I want to, right, if I want to use a different map, let's just use like one of the ones we changed here. We go in here and now go into the core. Go in here, you probably want to use your own instance. Plug this in. And there we go. It is now using that map. So now we have a lot of rocks everywhere. Yeah, this is pretty sweet, actually. So my guess is the workflow for this thing is going to be, don't even bother making your own, or like, is just you enable it and you use it as is, and then you create your own instances to plug into it, which is completely fine. I was hoping to kind of dissect it a little more in terms of what's it called? In terms of like making your own like versions and customizing a little more, but this has already a lot of control. So you effectively have 255 times 255 times 255 variations, right? That full like color option. If we wanted to, we can make a new entirely new biome with using this. So I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll continue this for another day. And what I want to do tomorrow is start from a brand new map, like a new level. Don't reuse this level. We'll still have it. We'll still open it and have access to it, and we'll try. Obviously, just copy paste things because why not? But I want to now be able to also take this into a new level as though you're starting it from there. Because I want to know if you, right, because we have to, if you search for biome, right, this is what all you need to run this. This is the sample. Basically, I want to have it so you don't need the sample, or in quotes. Like, this is nice to have, but it's not required. Obviously, we'll be using it because we'll be using just the assets that it provides. But sweet, so we can fully control this, and we don't need to worry about the water level, which is amazing. And hold on, I'm curious, real quick. Barely understood, but you believe in you. I appreciate it. Look, assuming tomorrow we get this, and based on this, I think we will get it working on in a brand new level, like from scratch. I'll definitely be making a tutorial for it for Sunday. Yeah, because it probably won't be a simple tutorial. Well, it'll probably be as simple as I can make it, because I'm not going to go in depth on anything. I'm going to be like, okay, here's how you do all your settings. So, and then I can make like more and more advanced ones, like for individual things afterwards. It'd be like here's how you take it from a base empty level to your own map and your own landscape, and then use it, right? So, okay, but yeah, this is pretty good because it's entirely separate from the landscape layers, right? Because we're not painted anything on this, and this is a clean landscape. There's nothing on here. There's nothing here. So this is good. The one thing that I'm curious about is these proxies. This is using world partition. I'm gonna also test that it works without world partition. Now, obviously, when you're making an absolutely massive landscape, you're probably gonna want world partition. But I want to just make sure that if you want to do like a smaller scale thing and you don't need world partition, that it still works with it. Hey, Turning Cog, welcome in. How I'm enjoying the biome tool so far. So it's a little different than I was expecting, because originally what I thought it was going to be is also affecting the landscape. Because I thought it would take the landscape and then it would make the mountains based on the biomes. Because when I think biomes, do I have still this drawing here? Yeah, I don't think of the trees. I think of like the mountain that is there and then the desert. And obviously you can't, the trees won't work on the mountain. It won't work on the desert. It needs to be in the forest. So it doesn't sculpt anything for you. Does it just trace against landscape? Like, yes, it effectively, this is normal PCG. So some of it is like more complicated than I think it needs to be. But effectively, it just does a volumetric trace. It gets the points that are against the landscape. And then it does a lot of filtering built in. So this is just a very advanced modular graph that technically you could have done before. You could have already created this functionality with PCG before. It's just done for you, and it is very advanced in its functionality. As in, unless you know PCG like they do, because they created the damn thing, you're probably not going to have made it. Just from that point of view. But I think there's nothing completely new. There probably is some stuff that is like would have absolutely not been able to do this. Because we were early on in the stream, and if you want to like rewind and rewatch, obviously you could do it on Twitch afterwards, or on YouTube you could just rewind it near the beginning of the stream. We were trying to diagnose the actual graph, and if I was to go here just real quick just to show, right, this graph, like a lot of this is more complicated than it needs to be in a certain degree. It's not this one that I needed. Is it not this? It's here. Yeah, so if I sampled this branch, is it this branch? Oh god, it's taking like everything below. But basically it's doing a, no, I think it's, yeah, it's like assets, it's graphs and graphs and graphs is what I'm as you see. But effectively it's doing a volume trace here, and then seeing which of the volume pieces are overlapping, which is why this, right, this, not the runtime one, this guy, right, if I was to move this up outside the range, right, it can only do what's inside his bounds. So you move this down, right, and if I did this, it only does what's in bounds. Now, one thing to note, though, is you see how there's trees here, rocks here, trees here? If I move this back, it's still trees here, rocks here, and trees here. Because basically, inside of the biome core, as we've learned, for the texture that it's using, we have use landscape as world origins turned on. Now, it has partition world origin, so theoretically, I'm curious. Let's, the world origin on this is, right, negative a lot. If I turn this off, right, it's probably going to use 000 as the world origin instead of itself. It hasn't regenerated, which is surprising. Oh, it has. And theoretically, I can put in... Can I just copy this? If I paste that in there... Is it going to regenerate? No, it's different. Yeah, that's not a world origins location. Okay. Yeah, well, not sure on that one. I mean, using the landscape as its location, I think, is just easier. So I guess that's hard. Things I gotta figure out still. But yeah, tomorrow we'll try to make it so, hey, let's make a new level. Let's try to get it in. What do we need to get it in? And go from there. So tomorrow I'll be here at 6:30 Pacific again. As always, we'll do at least another day of this. This is really cool. I really like it. It definitely, I think, if you're doing a large scale environment with world partition as well, this is really cool. And we haven't even touched like the real-time aspect of it. That's its own thing that one thing at a time. This thing is massive. So thank you guys so much for joining me. You know, if you guys are new here, consider hitting the follow button, subscribing on YouTube, following the channel for more, and I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific. Take care, guys.